Okay, within the app Procreate, there are two different things that you might be talking about when you use the word reference. So whichever it is that you were thinking when you clicked on the video, I'm going to show you both anyway. So it might be that you want to draw a picture and you want to have a reference literally to look at to help you and guide you as you go through the process. That is the easiest one. You go to the tools at the top where the wrench is, you go to where it says canvas, and then it's got a reference and you can toggle that on. And whatever it is that you've had on your own canvas here would appear up here. So I'll show you that again when I actually activate an image. So I'll go back to the wrench, back to the reference, and you can see it's basically replicated everything I've got here into that little window. So if I was absorbed and zoomed into a section, then it would still give me that overview and enable me to know exactly what I'm doing, and it would show it as a preview there. So that includes any little marks that I'm making here, and you can see it's also appearing in that smaller preview. You can also, along here, add an image. So then you can go to import an image and select one of your images in your gallery or your photos area. And there is a face option in which it just wraps an image on your face, which personally I think is a bit gimmicky, but it might appeal to you. And you also have a clear and import option there too. When you were inside this little window, you can reduce it and you can zoom in there too if you want to. And if you're in there and you just two-finger snap like this, then it fills that box. And you can see that it's got rid of those other options around the box. If you press, it brings them back. Press again and they disappear. And you can move that out of your way anywhere around. And you can also resize it, grab that grey box, and you can reposition and resize it to however you want it to be. And you can make it work in whatever way that suits you, your workflow. You can also, if you've got a load of colors on your zoomed in image, I've got a black selected currently, but I can select a color in there. If it was multicolored, then you can pick your reference colors and then start painting with them straight away. It's a really quick way of just grabbing colors from a reference image, really speed up your workflow. When you're fed up with it and you want to get rid of it, just press the cross symbol. And then if you were to toggle it back on, it brings it straight back where you were. So it remembers it, which is great. So that's the first type of reference. The second type of reference is a little bit more complex. It's a bit more closely related to the masks tutorial, which I uploaded already. And if you want to learn more about that, then there is a link at the top of the screen. But in terms of how you use reference on your layers, well, if you go to your layer and you tap on the layer, you'll see it has the word reference there. So tap on this and you can see now it's put the word reference on the section just underneath whatever you've named your layer. I've not named it anything, so it says layer 1. And now any other layers that you add on top, they will be kind of linked to the reference layer, and you can choose a different color. For example, I'll just go to my disk option, go to a different type of green. I'm going to use that kind of green as a background. So I can drag now and fill, and I'm on my second layer. It's important that you do all of these changes onto the additional layers that you put above and don't put them on the actual reference layer itself. Now you can see the actual image did have a white box, so it hasn't filled in the background, but that's easy enough to sort. I can just go and fill in the background as well. And then we've got all of that background filled in with a certain green now. So when I come to the reference image, if I untick it, you can see it's filled in everything around it. But the reference image, once you remove it, gives you a nice edge that goes right up to the reference drawing line. So let's put it back in and we'll continue to amend this. We'll go for a lighter green this time. And I'm going to create another layer and I can start dragging in this green to fill these extra spaces in this image. And if I just show you now by removing the reference layer, you can see the effect that that's starting to build up. So you can create a really dynamic kind of image that obviously uses the lines of the reference image, but it becomes something just as a color fill kind of option. A better way of doing what I've just shown you perhaps, because this is a little bit laborious having to go backwards and forwards and do all of this, a bit of a pain. So I'm just going to clear that layer. And I'm going to show you how to do this in a different way. So you can go to your selection tool, make sure it's on automatic and add, and then you can tap and it selects, and you can just quickly go through and tap all of the bits that you want to color a particular color. Now I'm just going to do it one kind of green, or I might do it two kinds of green actually. So I'm going to have this one kind of green and maybe the other half a different kind of green. And obviously you can zoom in still just to go and get any little pieces that might be a bit tricky, like that. Once you've selected them all, then I'm going to go to that layer choose the color that I want to actually fill it with. So I had this green, go to that layer, tap on it, and it has only those areas selected. So I can just go to fill layer and it will only fill those sections. And you can preview that by removing the reference drawing, and you can see that it's only filled those. Now I can create another layer, use the selection tool again, on automatic, do the other half. Now obviously this is a drawing that I've done previously and I've just imported it as an image, but it can be, a brand new line drawing. Now it has very sharp edges, and that is quite important, and I'll show you why in a moment. So I've just created a new layer and I've selected all the areas. I'm going to change the color this time to a slightly more warm, perhaps more orangey color. And then I'll go to this layer, fill layer, and you can see it's filled it with orange. And then I can go back to the reference image, remove that background, reference layer, and now you can see the overall effect. Now it's got some quite chunky sections within that reference drawing, but if you did very, very fine line work, then that could look really good. Now, depending on the kind of brush, you're going to get a different kind of fill effect, obviously. So if you were to use something like the airbrushing and soft brush, it isn't going to necessarily preserve the soft elements of that brush. So I've created it as a reference layer. I'm going to fill it with a different color, or fill it with the green again, remove that reference layer, and you can see it doesn't retain that soft edge at all. Having said that, there might be some brushes where it does keep the reference. So I'm going to clear that layer. It's still the reference layer. I'll just clear that layer as well, just to take it back, and I'll put it back to black and choose a different brush. So perhaps I'll go for my artistic leatherwood brush. I'll reduce the size of that, put the opacity up, and just draw a strong textured circle like this. That's my reference layer. I'll go up to the layer above it, choose a color, drag and fill into that. And then when I remove that reference layer, you can see it has preserved some of the texture. So hardline textures and sharp edges, it knows to fill to, but if it's got a soft edge like the soft brush, then it doesn't do as good a job of that. So if there's any other features within Procreate that you think you would like to learn more about, please leave me suggestions in the comments. Otherwise, please remember to press a thumbs up if you found this useful, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell notification. Thanks for watching, see you soon.